All right, everyone. Welcome to the Angry Asian Uncles podcast. Again, I am Reynold and my co host.
Hi, I'm Vic.
All right. And today we have a special guest with us, Edna. Hi, Edna.
Yeah, hey.
Hey
Can you
there.
introduce yourself a little so everyone can get to know you?
Sure. My name is Edna White. I am a little excitable. I'm very excited to be here.
We need that. We
I
need that. That's
am,
good. We bring the
yeah,
energy.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Exactly.
absolutely. I'm always like this without coffee. So just so you know, let me see. I am a life coach, a speaker. I travel a lot to speak. And I am a survivor of childhood sexual trauma, where that's how my story kind of started. And thus coaching in the wound and trauma area, where I talk about generational traumas, patterns, things like that, that we can kind of get ourselves unstuck. I lean towards like emotional intelligence because I believe that is the new spirituality. I will tell you that, but not too loud. And I have a podcast that is doing phenomenal, like this podcast. So
Well,
Oh,
thank
you're
you.
that's
too
me in
kind.
a
You're too
nutshell.
kind.
We're, we're still aspiring to be like your podcast.
I
Um,
hope. Well, we're all doing something different, so it's great. It's great. It's all
yes,
good.
yes. Thank you. But thank you for joining us. Yeah, definitely
Yeah.
lot to unpack here. Because so you're a life coach. So can you go into um, exactly the specific people
Okay.
the type of coaching that you do? Because that's also something that always interested me. Because for me
Okay.
personally, I'm blind, so I thought after I able to set my sort of
Yeah.
shortcomings that maybe one day I can help others in that way. So always curious
Okay.
about how other people go about it.
Okay. Well, I kind of stumbled upon this. I want to say because I call it the bishop stage, the age, the stage where you get older and you've done like this whole resume of things and you try to culminate into one thing. It's
Yeah.
kind of giving back to the world. So I am a life purpose coach. A lot of my clients that I work with usually don't know what their purpose is and they're always trying to find it. And
Oh,
I usually tell them it's no finding it. It's there. You just have it covered up. So I kind of
right.
help them uncover it and
Okay.
expose it so that the world can kind of like get something from it. And we believe that our purpose is what we do, but it's what others feel when we do what we do.
Okay. Yeah. That's that's a lot to
Yes.
right. A lot in a nutshell.
Hmm.
Is that
Yes.
also
Absolutely.
is that also what your podcast is more focused on, or is it something completely different?
No, well, let me just say that the podcast started before the pandemic,
Oh,
and it was just a way for me to vent. And I don't think I was ready to get in front of anybody, but it
right.
accidentally kind of leaked out to other people, and then they
Oh,
start
okay.
listening to it. And then, do you remember Blog Talk Radio by any chance? Do you remember that Blog Talk Radio?
Blog talk.
No,
No, no.
it's old. It's old.
Just
It's old. I
yeah.
started there, and
Yes.
then I kind of migrated over to Anchor, which is now taken over by Spotify.
Spotify.
So when
Yes.
I did that, yeah. So when I did that, about in 2020, maybe, I was actually contacted by Amazon. They liked what I was saying. I was like, I wasn't really saying anything. I was just like venting.
Right.
And then it just kind of grew from there once they put it on the
Right.
platform from there. But I'm an author, I guess, by my creative nature.
Okay.
And I had started writing, and I had written about 7 books by the time I was like in my 30s, and I never put them out. I didn't
Oh,
put my first book out until I was 43.
wow.
And so when I finally did that, I found that a lot of people didn't know, what to do. Because, even if you sign on with a so-called publisher,
Hmm.
you got to do some work, you have to do the work. So I
Right.
started, working with authors who just were either, they call debut, not beginning, but debut authors. And then from there, it kind of like extended to this other thing. And now I'm interviewing people who are actors and actresses all over the world. And it's kind of fun. Like, it's really fun. So, I don't know if you know him, but I'm gonna throw it out there. I'm a little older. Do you remember the question mark guy? Remember him? The one that gave the government grants? Matt Lesko? Remember him?
No. Oh, absolutely no idea who you're talking about.
Yes, I know.
Maybe you should tell us a little bit of background about that. I have no idea what you're saying.
I'm about to tell you. He was back in the day in the 80s, I think, around that time. In the 80s, he was old. And so he came out with giving like grants, like there was government grants. He revealed that there was government grants everywhere. And he kind of made this gigantic book, right? With all these grants, everything that was free. And he always wore like these big question marks, like the Joker. The Riddler. I'm sorry, the Riddler. And he always had question marks on it. He's an older guy, blonde hair was sticking up.
It sounds familiar. Yeah, I think it sounds familiar. But I was still young. Yeah, I was still young, and I didn't care for that type of stuff.
Right.
So.
Stop it now. Stop it now. Okay, stop it now. Don't give my age away.
Sorry. Yeah, I mean, Edna's still young. She just.
What are you talking about? Like, you're in your 20s, right? What are you saying?
I'm just saying Edna has a good memory for being young at that time, too.
There you go. That's it. There you go. There you go.
I like that one. I was just focused on my video games. That's it. Girls mature faster than boys. So
there you go.
Right? There you go.
Okay, I'll take that. I'll take it. So he developed this thing about government grants. And so he has this gigantic book. I want to say it's like 500 pages long. It's really thick. Anyway, I had him on the show. He's like this icon from the 80s. And he's now 85 and he's still doing the same thing. If you look him up, Matt Lesko, he's still doing the same exact thing. He was my first so-called celebrity. But he's my first so-called celebrity. And then I started interviewing women, especially women who were models and actresses. I interviewed someone who was, or still is, she's in Tyler Perry's new movie that's on HBO. I just interviewed her just recently. And The Midnight Train to Georgia, Gladys Knight and the Pips.
Yes.
Okay, see, here we go. Gladys Knight in the Midnight Train to Georgia.
Yeah.
No.
All right. Now we're getting somewhere.
I remember that. No.
Yeah, now we're getting somewhere.
Okay. Oh, you're getting somewhere, right? Okay. So I interviewed the original brother's sister who wrote the story for him that created that group. So I interviewed her. And she was amazing, by the way. Amazing. Had backstories that we don't even know. It was really great. So it kind of just like really grew from there, from just, following debut authors. And I started creating in the community. From all the books that I received from people, I created a library. So I kind of give back, and I created a library that people can kind of like, glance into with one of the chambers. So it's great.
Edna, it's kind of like a snowballing effect, right? Like you put yourself out there, and then you start talking to one person, and one person leads to another, and then more and more people just show up, right?
Oh.
Yeah, they just show up. I have people call me all the time. Do you have enough guests? I said, more than enough, please, no more. I said, just I can't. No, really, I am like so.
Reynolds, this again sounds like a celebrity problem. I mean, the last guy we had on, Nick, was a local celebrity back in the UK, and then I was joking to him about this is a celebrity problem, like having too many guests, deciding whether or not to appear.
I know. I guess we got lucky again that she had time to jump on with us this morning.
Yeah, we're so jealous. When we get to that point where we have celebrity problems, that would be a day that we know our podcast is successful.
Right. Where he has exactly.
I didn't expect it to be. I really didn't expect it to be. I just thought, like all of us do, we want to get the message out there. But when I first saw my first $2,000, I was like, "Ooh, yeah."
Nice.
I was like, "Yeah, yeah." I was like, "Yeah, nice." And then so now I have to
Affirmation.
Right there,
yes.
Oh, that's so interesting. Hey, so Reynolds,
Yeah.
what Edna's basically telling us is that we should just keep this rolling and get more and more people to come and talk to us. Energy builds on itself, right? And then
Okay.
as
Well, that's
energy
what I'm trying to do,
escalates and
right?
builds up, more and more interesting
It really
things would pop out.
does.
Yes. And as she said, she started the same way I mean, basically me and Vic, that's what our original plan was we just wanted to vent. We just wanted to just talk to each other, just about anything and everything. So we just,
exactly.
and then we just
and
thought,
that's how it happened.
yes. And then we thought it's sort of, maybe it'd be more interesting if we had a third or fourth person with us, but because it's just me and him all the time. And we're like, we're sort of going around in circles with the same ideas. Let's infuse some new ideas, some different.
You can't have two angry uncles just going at it all the time.
No, you gotta have some aunts in there,
right?
Some aunts and some cousins.
Exactly. Yes, we need the whole family.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, I started venting until I was over. The vent was over.
Right.
the vent was over. So I had to say, okay, what am I doing next? And then just the fact of having the authors on, that's what triggered like that. This is going to be great. And then it just snowballed. Literally just snowballed. And people are, I created, in that I created series. So each day has a different series and it just gets overwhelming. So now I have a team of 7 people to kind of do all the work. So that's why I can come and kind of be with you.
Nice.
So I am really excited.
Nice.
Yeah.
We don't have a team yet.
You gotta get a team. You gotta get a team. And the other thing that's great about this is once you start really going over 500 downloads per episode, you get all these influencers coming to like, oh, I gotta bring, like this morning I don't hike. As you can tell, I don't hike. I walk, I walk every day and no matter what the weather is, I walk. But I don't hike because first of all, I'm scared of heights. So that's not gonna work. But they reached out to me and they pay me to wear their gear. Like this is something that somebody paid me to wear. And it was like $2,500. They give me the clothes for free, and I do my thing, and talk about it and tell me how it feels in it, and post it up, and I got $2,500.
Nice.
We're Asian, so we're Chinese, so we love free stuff. That's if it's not a paycheck, if you're gonna give me free clothes, I'm all for it. Like I'll keep the snowball rolling just for free clothes and free shoes.
Well, you just like me. I'm the same way. I will give it to me free. I got abundance of nail polish, lipstick, earrings, facial creams. I just got a new facial cream today that I'm going to be like, kind of doing. And
speaking of Asians and Asian culture, Edna, I wanted to ask you, so what are some of the Asian stereotypes that you might have about Asians? We're more than happy to debunk or reinforce whatever stereotypes you might. Any questions you've ever wanted to ask Asian uncles? We're more than happy to answer those questions.
No, because I have Asian adopted sons. I lived in China for 9 months.
Oh wow!
So you can't.
Okay, can you tell us about that a little bit?
I have no debunking to do.
It looks like you have a pretty firm grasp of Asian culture.
She uncovered the secrets already.
Right. But Edna, can you tell us about that time you were living in China for 9 months? That sounds really interesting.
Yeah. So I wanted to go. I always had this, like I felt like I had another life that I was there, which I did. And I was always inclined to go there. So I applied for a couple of positions as a teacher, as English as a second language.
Right.
Great opportunity. Yeah. And I stayed there. I worked 3 days a week, and all the other days I just traveled, which was amazing. Got to meet some amazing people, still friends with them today. adopted two kids. They weren't kids; they were like 18 or what, and so forth. And they keep in touch with me. But it was amazing to go there because I just took off. Like my youngest son turned 23, and I was like, "Yeah, I'm out." Nobody believed I was leaving until I was leaving, and they were like, "Wait, you're going to join?" I said, "Yeah." My daughter picked me up. She goes, "Yeah, she's leaving." You know, my daughter's like my rah-rah. Yeah, she's leaving. The neighbors came over and was like, all upset. "Oh, you're leaving for it?" I was gone that long. I would have been gone longer, but time was just time to go. But I had such amazing time. Just being in the heart of the culture was phenomenal. Like,
Brendel, this
it
is
was
one thing that
nothing.
us Asians sort of struggle
Yeah,
with. Like, I always admired how some people can just have the energy once they put their mind to something, they just do it.
yeah,
Right. Whereas
yeah.
Asians, we're a little bit more conservative that way. We tend to
Absolutely. You
overthink.
are.
Yeah, we have to consider so many things. Well, what would my parents say? What would my friends
Yep.
say?
Yeah.
We're so
I learned that when
aware
I
of
was
those
there.
things. Yeah.
Yeah, I learned that with
Yeah,
my kids
I
that
don't
I
think that's a
taught.
very positive trait. We overthink things
Yeah,
sometimes. I think it's good to be like Edna once in a while. Just like once you want to do
yeah,
something, just go for it.
Right. And
yeah,
that's why Edna's
yeah.
here to teach us. Just go for it, I think. Right?
Yeah, but
Look
Edna,
at all the
I'm
things
curious.
she's
Like,
went for, right?
whereabouts in China were you staying at?
I was in Jianxing, and I was wait, no. I was in the Shandong province, and it's Janin. Got what how to say it, but
Janian.
yeah.
Wow.
Jinan.
Maybe
No. I left the end out.
Jinan?
It's Jinan. See, I lost my mind just a
Jinan?
minute. See, don't tell my age. It's Jinan. I was there. That's why I was.
still pretty brave of you because it sounds like maybe a second tier city in China. It wasn't like
Yeah.
Shanghai or Beijing, right? Like, if you were
No, I
one of those
Bunch of
wouldn't
big
say
first
that.
tier
cities.
cities, I would
Yeah. It's just
understand.
like New York.
Like first tier
Like New
cities are
York.
easy. Most foreigners travel
Yeah.
without having a second thought to first tier cities because it's convenient. Got all the big shopping malls and whatnot. But going to a
Yeah.
second tier city, that's a bit more of a challenge, actually.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I
Yeah.
was in an area where there was like the toilets were in the ground.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah.
How did you adjust with
we
that?
Woo! I was not good with that. Like, I was not good with
Right.
the smell.
Oh,
And
the smell.
you have to go. You have to go. So you
Yes.
put up with it. Just go.
Edna,
Like,
trust me
and
when I
yeah.
say that even us, we're not used to that. Okay,
Oh,
that's really a
I was
relic from
like,
the past.
yes.
Those are
yes, but
fast
I was in the
disappearing all over
countryside.
Asia. Yeah.
Because
Yeah,
I,
we was in the
yeah,
countryside.
my
Yeah,
my difficulties is the squatting because in as growing
oh, I
up in
loved it.
America, you don't develop the muscles to squat like that to use the restroom because we're all
I did
I can't do
the
that
whole
either.
time.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah. And when I used to go to the bathroom there, I didn't
yeah.
do the American toilet. I did the other one. I didn't do the American toilet. I was like, I don't
Oh,
want
really?
American toilet. I wanted to embrace the whole culture of it all. Yeah,
Well, see,
yeah.
this is the go for it attitude right here.
I
That's
Man,
embraced
brave. That's
every bit
brave.
yes,
of it. Yeah,
exactly.
it
Like,
was.
You know how pampered we are these days over here in Asia, though. Like, I can't even
Yes.
use bathrooms anymore without some sort of bidet. Like,
oh
I'm
yeah,
used to the
Oh
Japanese
my
style
gosh.
toilets
Now you
now.
yes.
going crazy.
Well, I
Vic,
can't
that's
live
bad.
without those anymore. Yeah, like I gotta have like my bidet where it blows warm air up my crack, and then
Oh
Oh
there's
my
my god.
water
gosh.
spritzing out, and then
Oh
Vic,
my
cleans me
you
gently.
are
Like I'm so spoiled
definitely
these days.
over the
I
top.
can't
That's
do the
over the top right
traditional
there.
stuff anymore.
yeah. Oh my goodness.
This podcast
That's
Oh,
is
lazy.
turning in a very interesting direction.
right. We're talking about toilet
Lazy.
habits here.
Hey
Lazy,
man, but
Vic. Lazy.
once you've experienced that, it's really hard to go back.
It is
Yeah,
a nice
it is.
feeling, but I'm
Ah,
always
bidets
afraid.
so worth the money.
Oh
I don't
yeah.
care what
Oh
anybody
yeah.
says. Like you should like throw out a little bit of extra money when you're getting your house
Yeah.
done. Just put the bidets in there. It's gonna
Yeah.
change your life. Literally, it's gonna change your
Yeah.
life.
Yes.
Well, they have those little things you can put on the toilets now, which I was considering once I get me a maid for this one
Yeah.
bedroom.
Yes.
Yeah,
and I
they're
was
inexpensive and good.
I was. I really was.
Man. Yes. Okay, so well, maybe we should move on to the toilet.
Oh, I did eat a tarantula. So I did eat it. I did try a tarantula.
Oh, you did? Oh, okay. Even I'm afraid to do that.
No,
well, how was it cooked? How was it? Was it cooked or?
It was cooked. Of course, it was crunchy.
Probably
so I know it was cooked.
Probably deep fried.
Oh, deep fried. Yeah,
probably.
Everyone likes the deep fried bugs. Yes.
Yeah, I tried that. I couldn't try the grub because it looked like popcorn, and I was like, the grub.
Oh, Edna, I did the grub. I can tell you all about it. I did the grub. Yeah. The grub. It tastes like cotton candy when it's cooked. It's quite nice, actually. I was surprised.
The kids said that to me because I was there during the New Year, and so they were like, "This is what we eat," and they bought a bunch of it in, and I was like, "What is that?"
Yeah, it's like marshmallows or some kind of
it tastes good. It's sweet.
Yeah,
they told me. I said, good.
It's like marshmallows or cotton candy. It's like the version I had in the version I had in Vietnam. So what they did was they cooked the grub slowly over butter. So they put a dollop of butter in there, and then they just cooked it slowly until it just expanded expanded twice or three times in size. Yeah, it popped, right? And then once it popped, it's ready to eat. And then when I tried it, I was like, "Oh God, I don't know about this."
I can't get the slug thought out my mind. I would have to, cover my eyes and you put it in my mouth without me seeing it, and maybe I'll love it. Yeah,
we have Fear Factor style.
It's basically Reynolds. Let me tell you, it's basically just protein. So I thought it was gonna have like a funky taste or a funky smell, but if you cook it over butter, that's it. Like nothing else, just butter, and then it's just pure protein. And it takes on the taste of whatever you cook it with. So if you cook it with butter, it just tastes like popcorn.
Yeah. Oh, I see. Yes.
Yeah. So it was much better than I thought, actually. So like if I was offered that again, I might try it again.
Oh, okay.
If I was offered that, but only in China, not in America. No.
Not in America. It's not the thing to do. Well, I did try the.
No, it's not.
When I went to Thailand over the summer, I did try. What was it? Maybe crickets? I forgot. There's this.
Oh, yeah, I had those too. I ate those too.
Yeah. So it's it's crunchy. Just you don't give much. Yeah.
I tried it with the chocolate. Did you do the chocolate with the chocolate?
Oh no, I didn't. It was just regular. Yeah. It was just plain.
Oh no,
I didn't try it with chocolate. Oh,
yeah,
okay.
It's good.
I haven't tried the chocolate one.
Have you?
I don't think
either of you guys tried balut, the Filipino, embryo egg? Have you ever tried that?
Yes. Actually, I did try that. Yes.
It's nasty, but it's delicious.
Nasty. But the idea of it is nasty, but yeah, it's kind of and
kind of has the 1,000-year-old egg, right? Versus that, right? The 1,000-year-old.
No, those the 1,000-year-old eggs that I eat a lot actually, but
I eat a lot of that as well. Yeah, it's a staple,
that's different from the embryo egg. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I saw that. So when I was there, I went to the specialty store that served donkey, like all different out of the way foods, donkey, embryo egg, dolphin fin, things like that. Like
isn't that illegal or something? Okay, sorry. This is not evidence.
Not evidence. Sorry. And so we went there, and so we're looking at the menu, and I'm like, donkey, like because it's everything is written in Chinese. So I'm like, they put the thing on, and I'm like, donkey. I was like, but I was ready to try everything. I promise you. So I was one of the second oldest in the group of all my co-teachers. Everybody was young, coming from America, my parents told me you could take a break before I go to law school, that kind of thing. I was like, I'm just taking a break. It's like, I'm not taking a break from anything. I'm just taking a break, So
exactly.
They were scared of everything. And I was like, move out of the way. Let the old lady do it, and I'm trying things. But the donkey was pretty good.
Surprisingly,
the only thing I didn't do was Yeah, the only thing I didn't do was the dolphin fin, because I was like, that's like, it's not good. So
well, it's one of
but
the
I tried almost
fastest ways
everything.
to bond with people in a local culture, right?
Hmm.
When you go out and have a meal with them, especially if you try some of the local
Yes.
delicacies, it's one of the fastest ways to bond
Yeah.
with people, right?
Oh yeah.
But I don't know. In
Oh
my
yeah.
old age, I'm like starting to be more picky about what I eat. I don't think I can repeat a
Oh
lot
yeah.
of the stuff that I've had when I was younger.
Yeah. Well,
Oh,
if it was nicer food, maybe. I mean, once you go to another country, guys,
right,
American food, if you're in America,
right.
don't hit it no more. It just doesn't hit it. Like
Yes.
Australia, I went to Australia. Everything tastes different. Like more
Yeah.
vibrant. I mean, even in China, they have like 52 spices. Like, where do you see that? Like,
Right.
amazing. Like,
Yes. Right.
right?
We're
No
too
way you can
simplified.
top that.
Yeah. We're too simplified in
Yeah,
America. Everything just like a salt
yeah.
and pepper or something. That's it.
Yeah, but I
It's
appreciate
too
every type of
simple.
food. Like when I'm over at the States, like
Yeah.
I'm happy to just eat at a diner, have some pancakes and some bacon. I'm
Really?
happy with that. Yeah, I'm just happy with that.
Yeah.
You just
Yeah.
go over to like a Chick-fil-A, that's good too.
Oh
Or
no.
like maybe maybe go to an
Nah.
IHOP. I mean,
Nah.
if
I
you
like to
appreciate
go.
it for what it is, right? It's fine.
Yeah, nah. I'll tell you, I don't eat sushi in America because I had real sushi. They had a fish that was live. They
Oh.
sliced it in front of me and rolled it for me. That's how
Ooh.
fresh it was. Okay.
Yes.
So
Yes.
I don't even eat it here. I'm like, that's not fresh.
Right.
Yeah, you
It's
better have
not.
sushi at
Right.
countries
It's
where
stored
they
in the
do sushi
frozen.
right.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Our sushi is like in the freezer for I don't know how long, right? They say
Yeah,
it's
that's
No,
why
fresh, but it's
no.
fresh
whenever
from
I
the
go over to the
freezer.
States, it's
Fresh from
always
the freezer.
They
pizzas
filleted a
and
shrimp in front of me, so it
Oh.
was cool.
Oh yes.
Yeah, a
Did
shrimp
they
that
cook it?
was filleted.
And then
No, it was alive. It was still
oh
moving.
oh okay.
It was still moving. Yeah, it was
I
that
seen
they
the ones.
sliced it.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
I
go
said I
ahead.
seen it where they show you it's live and then they cook it right in front of you. So you're seeing it
Mm-mm,
jumping and it's like, oh, okay.
mm-mm.
And
No, they
then, and
sliced
then
it while it was
slowly
alive.
stop moving. And then I'm like, okay, do I eat that now?
Yeah,
all right, to pivot
yeah.
a little bit,
It was.
guys, I
They
have a
said
question for
that's
the
good.
both of you since you're both in the States.
Sure.
So,
Yeah.
Reynolds in over there in California and Edna's over there in New York. Couldn't be more different, right? East and West
Right,
Coast. It's just so
Right.
interesting for me as someone who didn't grow up in the States that it's the same country, but you couldn't be more different in some ways, right? I mean,
Right.
first of all, we
Sure.
have to remember the U.S. is huge, right? So every
right.
state is kind of like you can think of it as like a little country of its own in a way, right? Because it's so
Yeah,
Of
big,
course. Yeah.
and then the
yeah.
culture is so
Mhm.
different. So as Americans, for you guys, like, what's it like these days, to be living in the States? Because, what we hear over here is always like what we see in the news or what we hear, in podcasts and on YouTube. But it'll be nice to get like real information from people who actually live there. So, like specifically, for example, I think like, okay, the culture is kind of different, but what unites the both of you as Americans? Can you think of some stuff that kind of like everybody sort of agrees on?
Oh.
That's very
That's kind of
broad,
hard.
right? Yes.
That's
Because
kind
it's
of
so
hard.
divisive these
Uh,
days, right? I mean, like,
Right.
politics and culture.
Yeah.
right.
But what are some stuff that people do agree on? Like, what everybody is sort of like, yeah, that's a common core American value. I get along with that.
Mm.
Yeah, I could be on board for that.
Okay. Yeah. I'm trying not to get into politics. That's why, because
Let me see.
that was always a
But I
can
think
of
there's a
worms.
collective. I think there's a collective aura that in with people that acts of kindness now. Like there's a aura of trying to kind of get yourself together and leaving everybody else alone. I
Mm,
think
mm,
that's
mm,
collectively. I
Right.
mm,
feel that a lot, and a lot of guests that I have, it's more or less, you know, let me get myself together. Like it's almost like it's coming down as a download to everyone here. Like even though that there's, politically there's so much going on, people are now kind of gearing up themselves. Okay, what's going on with me, to kind of create this ripple of love effect, if that makes sense.
Wow, that's so deep.
Yes.
Yes, I agree.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, I think that too, because that's how coaching is coming about. Like, it's sort of I mean, I see it on my Facebook feed all the time, training for being a life coach and everything. I think, that what you're saying, I do resonate with, because there's so much stuff going on with politics, the government, and everywhere else, that everyone just says, let's just focus on what I can focus on, which is ourselves, myself and the immediate people around me, because there's just too much going on out there. Like, you just cannot keep track of everything, and you cannot help everyone either. So the best thing is to make.
There's only so much you can do too,
Exactly.
Reynold, there's so much you can do. People, want to do something. Like, I get people all the time. Oh, we have problems over here, problems over there. I can't do much if I see what's going on here. Am I to help over here? And I don't feel guilty, but I'm like, hey, there's a problem that I see here that's going to completely affect my grandchildren. So I gotta take care of this, and I don't apologize, but not right now. I got to take care of this, and that way you don't spread yourself so thin. And I see that a lot with women. There's one woman that I'd be like saying to her, you need to slow down. She's like in 25 different organizations on boards, and I'm like, when do you breathe? Like, that's a lot. That's a lot.
Yes.
So, I think that people are starting to really care about, okay, what's going on with me, because I'm getting overwhelmed. Like, it's not just like, being online all the time. It's more like, one of my friends, she listens to the news. I don't even watch news. I haven't watched news in 7 years, because it was just bad for my nervous system. Now, I will say that I will check a reputable source on what's going on, but not always. I don't sit and listen to it. I just can't. My nervous system can't take it, and I'll be like going crazy. So I think it's an overload, but people are now, okay, I'm overloaded with all this stuff. I feel, I can't handle this or that. And life coaching and therapy is a big thing now. Our governor here kind of allocated money for children, because they were finding children were overstimulated and over concerned and had anxiety, and they were being, I guess I want to say, misdiagnosed, or maybe with PTSD, but it was just the response to everything that was going on, and questions they weren't getting answers to, that kind of thing,
Yes.
Too much social media.
Yeah. It's
it's just overload. It's overload.
Yes. There's a lot of spotlight going on to like mental health nowadays. Just everywhere you turn, sort of, with athletes, with kids, with the parents, it's just everywhere. So, I mean, growing up, I don't remember it like that. It was sort of like tough love, where I felt like you have an issue, just walk it off, right? You feel bad, walk it off. But now we really, exactly. I mean, you broke a leg, walk it off. But nowadays, just walk it off. So I grew up like that, but nowadays, society right now, we really need to cater to the different emotions. I understand it's a different world we live in. There's so much different things going on, so much different factors. It's really hard to just walk it off nowadays.
Yeah. So, see, the reason I asked that is that it's not even a political question. It's really just as an Asian uncle looking from the outside and looking at the U.S., right? But then I realized that Edna's answer about working on yourself is actually more Asian than most people realize. See, one of the core beliefs of most Asian societies is, especially ones with beliefs in the old ways about karma and reincarnation, because that's very prevalent here in Asia, right? So it's actually what Edna brought up is more Asian than most people realize, even though it's coming from all the way in the Western Hemisphere. Because working on yourself, so they say, is really the way to make effective changes in the world, in the outer world. Because once you begin to work on yourself, you make positive changes within your own sphere of influence. That in turn influences somebody else within that sphere, and they in turn influence others. So that's how positive energy actually spreads out. This is according to Eastern philosophy and Eastern, religions. So it's actually a universal thing that you brought up. I don't think it's even a Western, limited to a Western or an Eastern thing. It's a universal thing that you just brought up. And I think that really makes sense to me because, the world can be so chaotic, right? But instead of like focusing on the negativity or always looking on the outer, one should start looking on the inner and working on stuff that you can change, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
It's true.
Yeah.
Very true. Oh, that's true. I mean, I let me tell you, I was coming out of a religious order when I left to go to China, and they kind of set me on the right path of like, and I don't want to sound like enlightenment, I don't want to sound like that, but I mean, really just awakened me to so much. The beliefs that I had about the West, from religion as a Westerner, it was heavy. It was like the law, like I couldn't do any right. But when I went there and I even learned how to meditate there. I was, getting massages, reflexology, all of that. I was indulging in all of that there for 9 months religiously every week. And indulging in that, I was able to, like, that burden of being a Westerner, everything fast paced. They don't take anything. It's like, they they get to their appointments, but it's like, if I get there, it's okay, but I'll leave 15 minutes early. It's like there's no emotion. And I wanted to share that with you, but I'll do that later. But it changed my whole perspective, learning about Confucius and then meeting a Muslim Chinese person and then meeting a Catholic and then meeting all the religions. I'm like, whoa, well, wait, you confuse me right now.
No, that's good, Edna. You know what it was? You were just being a seeker. And I think that's healthy for everyone, right? It doesn't matter who you are. I think it's healthy to be a seeker, get different inputs and just kind of like, think about all the things that you've come across and all the different ideas that are presented and kind of weigh it in your mind and just like, see what fits and see what works with you, right? That's good. It's very healthy.
Oh, absolutely. Yes. It was the best thing I ever did in my life for myself. Like, it really freed me to say, I have a choice. And my friend, Kay, I was explaining to her how Confucius' life, and because I went to the castle, and how Confucius' life and Jesus were, they were similar. And she said to me with a plain face, do you think you Westerners have the wherewithal for the only Messiah? I clutched my pearls. I was like, and I started crying. But after thinking about it, it wasn't about me crying. It was like, it was a relief that I knew that there was something bigger to this. That's what it was. I was crying because I knew it. I knew there was something bigger. I knew there was something out there. And it just freed me to be able to be open about everything. It just like everything was popping after that,
Wow, that's beautiful, Edna. Thanks for sharing that.
Yes. Your mind was open. It's like the Matrix.
Sometimes you just have to step out of your house, right? You just have to get out there.
Yes.
No, it took me. I had a similar experience for myself. Like, I had to travel all the way to Europe and study there to find the other side of myself. And I had some moments of realizations too that were just so powerful. I mean, I just feel like one of the benefits of being a seeker is, you find truth in unexpected places, right? You just sometimes you're not even looking for it, and it just kind of like golden wisdom just appears,
Yeah, it does. It does.
But me and Reynold, one of the things being Asian uncles, we're always, cautioning people against, fake monks or fake gurus who just want to scam you of all your money and like, you know, touch you in inappropriate places. We're like super Asian uncles that way. We're like, hey, you better be careful of those fake guys.
Right. Don't trust anyone. Don't trust anyone.
You use your own intuition. I think we, especially in America, and I, you know, Reynolds could say what he feels, but we always lean to we think there's leaders, like, you know, we give too much credit or too much power to people who say they are leaders, to people who say they are, you know, those roles. I hate them. I hate those names that they give everybody, because that means, well, you call me this because I think you're beneath me. I don't like that. No, my name, what's your given name? I say that, you know, I even talk to like people, no, what's your given name? I'm not calling you pastor because you're not mine. So tell me what your name is. You know, speak to me like we're on the same level. And I think we in here, we take that on and then we give over our power. And then that's how this place to be manipulated, to be molested, to be hurt, all of that. We give away that power because of the title.
Yeah, especially as a woman. I feel that women are just more intuitive that way. You don't want to just lightly give up your identity or your power to someone else. Like you intuitively sense that there's some level of protection you should afford yourself. Like women are better at that. Like us men, we're just kind of dumb, you know. Sometimes we just believe the first guru that comes along. Yeah.
Here's my money.
That's not true.
Here's my money. Take it.
It's not always true. That's not always true, Vic. A lot of times women here are so broken that they'll believe anything.
That's why they need someone like you know, somebody who can guide them along. Like if they're willing to accept the help, that is. I mean, like we don't want to force anybody, right? You know, we can offer our assistance, but they have to be the one to take it.
Right. That's my dog. Cooper.
Hey. Even your dog agrees with what we just said.
There you go, right?
No, but it's very heartbreaking, isn't it, Edna? Like I'm sure you've come across a lot of women with issues and they don't see it, but they clearly need help. Like either they're being emotionally or physically abused, or they're just in a toxic relationship. They can't see it for what it is. And then like we people who care about that person, we offer our hand, but at the end of the day, it's up to that person to take that hand, right?
Oh, absolutely. It is. It's really up to them. And I say all the time, I can't care more for your soul than you can.
Absolutely.
So that's it. It's just really that simple. You know, if I'm here, you know, to give you advice, even if you can't pay for it, I'm going to be here. You know, I'm governed by like, you know, what's good for that person, you know. And when I see that a person won't even accept free help, there's nothing I can do for them. Like, but, you know, wish them well and send them good vibes and keep it moving, because I can't care more than they do.
Exactly.
And that's pretty sad. You know?
Yeah.
You can't help someone that doesn't want to help themselves. There's no amount of money, no amount of help. Yeah.
No matter what. Yeah. And my mom says either, if I could say this, either shit or get off the pot.
Yeah, absolutely. Where's the wisdom again?
There you go.
That's what my mom says. Okay.
Yes, that's a good word of thought. Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So, well, before we get into some words of wisdom for our audience, I did want to ask you, since before we started recording, you said you can even talk about football. So what's your team?
I don't know, because I don't want you to boo me.
Oh.
It's the Patriots. It's the Patriots.
Oh, that's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Yeah.
That proves you're not a bandwagon fan, right?
Tom Brady. I'm in love with Tom Brady. Every day that the team comes out, I'm like, please, Tom, come back and save them. Please come back. I'm in love with Tom Brady, so that you know. Okay.
All right. Fair enough.
I can't believe Giselle Bunch, you know, didn't work out with Tom Brady.
I'm happy a little bit, but no, I'm not. But I'm happy.
Well, Tom is with someone else now, Brady. So
Yes, but a young girl though.
Yes. Well, he worked with Amazon now, so you guys are on the same team.
Yeah. I was like, whoa. But yeah, he's I think he's a little quirky though. He's a little quirky. Even him doing the halftime shows, when he's announcing something, he's a little quirky, and I think he's a little socially inept. That's what I want to say. Because even some of the times when he's doing like commercials, I don't even believe him. Like I don't think he knows how to act. So I think he's a little like off a little bit. So I'll leave that alone. But I like him.
Did you guys get a chance to watch the Netflix roast of Tom Brady?
No, I was saving that because I was like, I don't want to really look at it because I'm going to say, don't talk about him. Like, I'll start doing all that. So, but no.
Oh, it's a good one. But what Edna was saying about him being a little socially inept, like you could see it if you watch that roast, you could tell that there were instances where like things just got a little bit awkward. Like as an audience member, I can imagine they were thinking like, should we laugh or clap at this, or like what's going on here?
Right.
Like, is it proper to clap about this, or is that too sensitive?
Yeah, I don't think he's been around like people that laugh. I think he's just a little bit socially inept because, like I said, the few commercials I've seen him on, I'm like, either he's like a robot. So it's like he must have had to rehearse like hours and hours just for that little line, and it still wasn't believable. I was like, yeah, I think he's a little socially inept.
I don't feel sorry for him though, because he makes a lot of money. So it's not like he's living a bad life.
He has a lot of money.
I guess
yeah. So I guess being a great quarterback doesn't equate to being a performance artist.
Yeah, no. He's not.
All right.
So his chiseled looks, right? He's still, got left behind by his wife. Right. I mean, like, I feel kind of bad for the guy that even with all that fame, talent, and looks, he still couldn't hang on to his first wife. So it's like, that was like, what a tough break.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah. And just at the pinnacle of his career, what I'm saying? It just.
Oh yeah.
How's that happens? I can see before, and maybe like after now, like now, but I can't see like at the pinnacle. She leaves him. I'm like, okay, this happened before. There's something else that we don't know about that was like a contributor to that. So yeah.
But Edna, she's probably because she's famous and spectacular on her own too. That's why she she could walk out on him, right?
Exactly. Yeah. You didn't hear. The good thing is that you didn't hear like they were fighting over this money, that money. You didn't hear that. You was like, she was just out. Yeah.
She was like, I'm done.
She was
gonna go do my own thing, right?
No, Reno, we should really pick Edna's mind about dynamics between men and women in another episode in the future.
Oh yes,
I would love to hear that from Edna. All the years of experience and her coaching, all the dynamics between men and women. All the toxic relationships and what her viewpoint on these things and some of the solutions for that. Oh, yeah,
we could bring our own. We could bring our own baggage.
Yeah, I'm a little raw on that end, so you definitely got to have me back because I will let you know.
Okay. I look forward to it. Yeah.
Yes, we need to have an episode with that. I know Vic has some questions or some baggage on that. I have some baggage, so we definitely want to unload some of these and get some Q&A going on that.
Absolutely.
But I guess, for today, I think we should round it up. And now, why don't you close us out with some final thoughts for our audience here?
Yes, Edna, take it away.
Yes.
Okay, I'm taking it away. So here's what I'm going to say to your audience and to everybody who's listening out there. Who cares what they think? Do what you want to do, when you want to do it, how you want to do it. Just do it. Even if it's not perfect, just do it. I'm not trying to be like Nike, but just do it.
Here.
Nice. Now we're gonna get sponsored by Nike. Thanks, Edna. That was a great closing.
I love that.
Great, lovely, right? hey, we gotta aim high. We gotta aim high. Just like your advice,
that's
right? Just gotta get us out there, right?
Yes, that's right. That is so right. Very true.
Yes, thank you again. And Vic, you have anything to close us out with?
It was truly a pleasure. A pleasure.
I don't know about sponsorships. All I know is I'm glad to have opportunities to chat with interesting people like Edna. You know, that's all I'm looking forward to every week.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
We do this. We do this really for our own therapy and for the chance to meet interesting people and learn something.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yes. Like we did today.
But it's good to make money too. So don't forget that.
That's the cherry on top.
There's so much that we still want to talk about with Edna. Just running out of time.
Yes.
But we'll do another episode. We'll have her back on. You know, we'll pick her brain just like Vic says. We have some unpacking to do.
Absolutely.
With Edna. So, all right, everyone. Thank you again, everyone, for joining us. Please like and subscribe to our show. And please join us again next time for more entertaining conversations. Thanks, everyone.
Bye, Edna. Peace out.
Peace out.